Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This reading is for the full moon in Aries, which takes place on October 20th, 2021. So you don't have to have Aries anywhere in your chart to be able to watch this reading. Basically, what I do every month for the channel is I look at the new moon and full moon energies to see what is taking place for all of us during these particular times. Full moon is a time where we let go, we release, we purge, we get rid of what's not working, we clean house, we clean the slate, we reassess, we make necessary adjustments in order to promote a more receptive state, right? Come new moon time. New moon time is where we set the intention to receive and attract the things that we wish for in our life. So with all that being said, let's see what this October 20th full moon in Aries wants to share with us, okay? So I have the fortune reading cards here. We're going to grab one card for this full moon in Aries for the collective. What is the overall energy, the theme of this full moon for everyone watching? Let's see. October 20th, 2021, full moon in Aries. Whoa, did you see that? What? The plane! I love this card. It says, a journey is indicated either physically or metaphorically. Your life will become more full. So for some of you, it is possible that you might be traveling, like literally geographically moving, traveling, maybe relocating. But if it's not like on a grand scale where like you're going to another state or country, or let's say some of you might even be moving homes, right? If it's not something like that in regards, to on a larger scale, then it could be something more localized, right? You could be making a change or a switch or leaving an old job and entering into a new one, right? That is a journey in itself. So it's like you're switching something up is what this is giving me the vibes of. You're switching something up, whether it's a location, a job, or I guess, yeah, an environment or circumstance or surrounding that you're in right now. It's like when you make that leap from A to B, something changes in the interim, right? In the midst of all that, something changes is the message that this is giving me. Yes, some of you could literally be traveling somewhere. But whatever it is you're doing, wherever it is you're going, or whatever it is that spirit is preparing you to journey towards, your life will become more full. Okay, so the journey could be figurative. It also could be literal in some form or fashion. So let's see. October 20th, 2021, Aries full moon. Whoa, Queen of Cups energy. Aren't we approaching Scorpio season soon too? Very soon, actually. I don't know when Scorpio season starts this year. That's literally like in a day or two, right? 2 days or so. Isn't it usually like the 21st or the 22nd or something like that? I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that. But let's see. That makes sense. So, okay, right away. I didn't even get like other cards. I'm going to grab 2 more. But what this is saying is that the journey to me begins. This is giving me timing, a timing feeling. Okay, so the journey begins maybe with Scorpio season. Okay, so this Queen of Cups obviously can represent Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You might have any one of those water elements in your chart somewhere, but I feel like this is speaking of a timing aspect. I think this journey, definitely Scorpio season, this might get started, or it might take off. Okay, no pun intended with the airplane. So let's see if we can get 2 more cards. Full moon in Aries. And wait, hold on. See, I keep getting thoughts. Scorpio energy is Mars ruled. Okay, I think Pluto and Mars ruled. So it kind of makes sense that Queen of Cups energy is here in that case, because of Aries energy as well as Mars ruled. Do you see what I'm saying, or where I'm going with this? Anyhow, that was a side note. Let's see if we can get 2 cards. Again, 2 more cards for this full moon. Full moon in Aries, October 20, 2021. 2 more cards, please. Okay, I think we have our 2. You see that? Perfect. The moon. Okay, well, that's not a surprise, right? It's full moon. Literally. It's Piscean energy and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so let me adjust this. I just want to make sure you can see all the cards. Let me not bang my head while I'm at it, right? Because it's right above my head. And so, I mean, I'm kind of floored. We have the Queen of Cups, Moon, and the Wheel of Fortune. There is definitely a journey being taken here. We do see a path in the Moon card, right? I love this freaking deck. This is the Stone Tarot, by the way. So there is a journey here in the Moon card. There is a path. And you know, the little either crayfish or lobster or whatever the heck is taking that path into the unknown. And there are 2 aspects of self, right? Sometimes it's giving me the vibe of like that conflict of your wild side, your domesticated side, right? With the 2 dogs here. But that's just a metaphor for the way that we feel traveling into the unknown. Consider we do walk, technically, we do walk by the light of the moon. And when we do walk by the light of the moon, basically when we're exploring the shadow, we can't see the forest through the trees sometimes. We can't see up ahead. So what this is telling me is that a journey is taking place or soon to take place into Scorpio season. It feels like a journey of the heart with the Queen of Cups. It's also, these 2 energies are highly intuitive, Queen of Cups and the Moon. So there's something about the intuition. It could be that you are journeying into a new chapter going from A to B, but you're doing it solely based on intuition or how your spirit or your gut is guiding you and leading you. And oftentimes when you travel by gut instinct or intuition only, you don't have any physical aspects to always confirm the journey and what lies ahead of you in that journey. The moon creates a veil. When we walk by the light of the moon, we don't see everything clearly, fully for what it is, for what it isn't. There is, again, a veil over the entirety of our situation. And it creates a little confusion when we can't see properly. You know, how are you going to navigate in the dark, right? But that's what the moon energy is. So it does feel like a lot of you right now with this full moon energy feel like you're navigating in the dark. But it's also asking you to trust your intuition, your intuitive knowing, the way that spirit talks to you, even if you can't see what lies up ahead. Moon is intuitive energy. It creates, you know, illusions or feelings of confusion, right? The trick is not to allow the uncertainty, the confusion that all of this might bring into this new journey, not to allow it to deter you or scare you. Okay, there is a metaphysical journey, metaphorical journey or physical journey, figurative or literal. There's a journey up ahead and you are traveling in the direction of something else. I feel like it's something new because the wheel card is here and it's indicating a shift in the wind, a change or transition taking place. This full moon feels like it's putting you on the path to these changes in very unexpected, maybe even serendipitous ways. And even though you can't see up ahead or what the outcome is going to look like fully, Spirit is trying to say, look, trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. Navigate that, right? Allow Spirit, your guides, you know, your ancestors to guide you that way. Your answers are also within, is what this is telling me. Trust your intuitive knowing, follow your heart, trust your intuition, and the way Spirit guides you and speaks to you through it. The reason for that is this journey, where, you know, wherever it is that life is taking you now with this wheel card, is putting you in a, I feel, fortuitous position, right? When this playing card is saying a journey is indicated either physically or metaphorically, your life becomes more full as a result of traveling into the unknown, or trusting yourself, or trusting your gut instincts in the way that you want to shift or change your life. The Wheel of Fortune, again, is the tables turning. Something, okay, to change in transitionary energy, something has to fall off the wheel in order for something new to hop on. And oftentimes these changes that occur with the Wheel of Fortune are often guiding us and leading us in the right direction. It feels like we're being oftentimes thrown a curveball, or it's like spirit's taking the wheel and we just gotta like not be that backseat driver, right? Sometimes we gotta hand the wheel over and not be that backseat driver, and just oftentimes flow and let spirit do its thing, because it is guiding us. And we have to intuitively trust that wherever the changes, whatever changes are happening around us during this full moon time, that is always going to lead us right and true, even if we can't see anything. Our human nature wants to be able to control every second, every moment, every outcome. The Wheel of Fortune says, please surrender to me a little bit, because I'm trying to redirect your path or steer you in the right direction, but you got to relinquish a little bit of control, surrender, and operate via trust instead. There's a journey up ahead. Spirit with this full moon is trying to prepare you for this journey. I feel new experience, because something old is falling off the wheel and something new is hopping on. You're going from A to B, right? It kind of feels like A is the old paradigm, B is the new one. And there's some space in between that, right? Just like there's space in between the pillars. There's space in between the old and the new, and there's that liminal space that oftentimes we hang in the middle of for a little bit before we fully transition and change over to the new. So this full moon is probably going to have you processing all those feelings with the Queen of Cups and the Moon card. And it might feel like, what the heck is happening? But that's normal. I want to say with the Queen of Cups, have a little bit compassion. Yeah, have a little bit compassion for yourself. As much compassion as you would show somebody else, have it for yourself during this full moon. Because you're literally going through a major shift and change. I think this full moon is going to shift something in an unexpected way. Like the wheel does that. It throws you curveballs, and sometimes like, huh? Like those, and you know that expression, like, huh? Like what the heck? In weird ways like that. So this full moon might have a few of those huh moments. Look at me doing my own sound effects. It might have some of those what the F moments, right? But this is an opportunity to kind of like shake it off, shrug it off, and be like, I'm not gonna give it my energy. I'm just gonna ride this wave. The thing is that with this card, the thing that it normally makes me feel, and it applies to this as well, because it's an airplane, right? How many times have you gone and taken a flight and you sit on the freaking tarmac for like an hour, 2 hours, until all systems go and you can finally take the hell off, right? This is that kind of feeling too. There's a lull, right? That weird liminal in between space between the old and the new, and you're kind of sitting on the tarmac still before you take off, right? Well, this wheel is coming in to help you take off. And I think from now, the full moon, into the beginning of Scorpio season is where you're going to be processing. Okay, I'm going to just put it this way. This is the time frame I feel like. From the full moon to the beginning of November, okay, there's going to be a lull where you're trying to process everything you're feeling and sensing, and you're trying to make sense of it all. And then the next thing you know, something breaks, right? Like something breaks in the sense where things start to happen. And then that's that Wheel of Fortune energy. Things start to truly take off and start happening. And that's when you're like, whoa, okay, let me just, pull back a little bit and allow Spirit to do its thing, because I trust that whatever's changing around me, whether it's suddenly, unexpectedly, or serendipitously, it's all happening for my best, right? Let me trust what Spirit is trying to do in my life and the way that Spirit is trying to redirect my path and my journey into the new. There are changes up ahead. Spirit's warning you now that they are on the way. I think you're going to start to see, things fall into place, or maybe fall out of place for a little bit too, right? Before they start falling back into place in Scorpio season. That's that wheel energy. But as you see these things develop and progress, right, just try to be more in flow and operate from, your GPS system, the GPS system of your soul, which is your intuition, which does guide you right and true based on, the fact that the universe dwells within you. And it is a map to navigate to your best life. So this is about trusting your inner GPS, trusting the map that Spirit wants to guide you on for your best life. Trusting that, knowing, despite what's happening outside of yourself, around you, in your environment, that does not, right? It kind of feels like to tell you that does not count right now. The answers are not there. Don't let that distract you. Because there are things taking place right now to guide you where you need to be in order for your life, like the card says, to become more full. Outside distractions, I feel, will be surrounding you, perhaps. But this is when you listen to to yourself inside, and you listen to Spirit operating from within. So, I have a couple cards I want to grab here, and I'm not sure what to grab next, to be honest. All right, I'm going to trust my gut on this one. Let's see. Let's grab 3 of these. I do have the dice as well to roll some angel numbers for your reading. Okay. Lost love. All right. So something that you've lost, okay, is what's falling away. It feels like, whether it's love, I mean, I don't know, that could be for some of you. I mean, possibly, sure. There's something that's falling off. Maybe something that you feel has been lost to you, or that you're leaving behind. Okay, Queen of Cups, it could be love. But I also feel like Queen of Cups is trusting your heart. Okay, if you've fallen out of love with something, okay, maybe it's not even a person. If you've fallen out of love with something and you're seeking change, that's also what this is talking about to me. Okay, but that's the thing. If you've fallen out of love with something, when something doesn't feel right, when there's a feeling of restlessness or dissatisfaction, when something isn't fulfilling a need, it puts you in a position to seek, so you find, right? And I feel like that's what's taking place here. Something doesn't fulfill anymore. Because if it did, you wouldn't be where you are. You would just stay, right? And if something was fulfilling you, there would be no reason to go or travel somewhere else or do something different or seek something else. So this is what this is giving me. The feeling of falling out of love with something or somewhere or a job or maybe even a person, sure. But it also promotes, right, the seeking of something new. And that's what this feels like. This full moon is putting you on a journey to seek something new that will fulfill you more. I know we don't have an 8 of Cups on the table, but this definitely reminds me of that energy. Because 8 of Cups leaves the 8 cups that it's built up, but it's not fulfilling the full picture or dream or vision of what it has in mind. and it goes out and it seeks the 10 cups that will fulfill it fully. This is a little bit of that feeling. But I also feel like there's a lot of unknown attached or surrounding this pursuit. But Spirit is nudging you for a purpose and putting you on the path to seek so you can find. And sometimes we do fall out of love with things, situations, people, places. Because if it wasn't for that, we would never be put on the path to find what's meant for us. We would just be, satisfied and, how would you say, maybe even settling, right? Complacent, I guess is the word. We just stay complacent and whatnot. But oftentimes that stirring of dissatisfaction and restlessness leads us to something better. It also promotes growth, okay? Because when we are put in a position to change something, change challenges us to grow and take risks on ourselves. That's what this feels like. There's a change happening and it's putting us on the path to something new this full moon. And for a lot of us, it's something that's not giving us the full scope of what we need. And we've fallen out of love with things a little bit. And we gotta, get our groove back like Stella in some way. Right? So let's see if we can get 2 more. But I also feel like Spirit's assisting you in getting your groove back. You know what I mean? And Spirit's like, yeah, take the journey that you feel prompted to take. Make the changes that you need to take. Clean house this full moon, but trust yourself in the process of it. And I will align you with where you need to be. Okay. Or I will align you with what is meant for you. It kind of feels like you can't grow where you are. Or let's say some of you may feel like you can't grow where you are right now or grow anymore with what you're doing. And again, that restlessness is desiring and seeking more so you can grow, so you can expand and achieve more things and learn more along the way and level up while you're doing it. So let's see, I just want 2 more. Destructive behaviors. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Beginning and fresh start. You see? Whatever was not working. Maybe it was personally. It could be destructive behaviors. Like it could be a mindset that was shitty or basically, right, that wasn't working for you. Maybe that could be what you're shifting out of. It could also be anything that wasn't helping you, right, be the best version of yourself, whether that's, a place or a job you don't like or something. Anything that was toxic or destructive to you or kind of like I feel like a wall. I don't know why. Anything that was creating a wall, a blockage, a hindrance to you, whether that be something figurative or literal, okay? That seems to be what the universe is helping you to tear down, right? Tearing down those walls. This full moon is going to be the breaking down of those walls, of those barriers, of those things that would hinder, hurt, block, get in the way of your growth. Okay, they very well could be of a spiritual nature. Okay, that is what is being pushed out of the way. Those walls are coming down. Any heartbreak, pain, loss that would maybe keep you in the shadow, right? Because I mentioned the moon, can sometimes be that shadow aspect that we deal with. You're coming out of that shadow, but you're emerging. And it's like, yeah, in the meantime, right? This is the thing. You're going from A to B, like I said. You're leaving the old and you're entering the new. And we have the confirmation of that with this card right here. Beginning and fresh start. Yes, the wheel is putting you on the path to open that up, to step into that beginning and new, fresh start. I felt new energy from the get, and I'm so happy that this card is here confirming that new energy. This full moon is cleansing out a lot of destructive behaviors, a lot of things, blockages, walls. These are crumbling down, right? I also feel like you're healing a lot of this. Any losses that you've had in the past, whether they be love or, you know, things that have just gone wrong in your life and have accumulated over time. And it just creates wounds, right? These things are all being cleared out of the way with this full moon. And it feels weird because you're in that in-between. I think some of you are stepping out of the shadow and learning to trust your intuition and your, divine guidance that much more. So continue to do that, because as you don't cave, right? You're not caving to the fear. You're not bowing down to it anymore either. So as you don't cave in to the old behaviors or patterns or paradigms, you break down your walls, which then shifts everything in a more fortuitous direction. And your life becomes more full as a result of it. So some of you are conquering your fears, putting that behind you, trusting yourself to walk into the unknown of the new. And as a result of that, you're giving yourself a fresh start. And Spirit's like, yes, finally I can work because I don't have all these blockages in, I don't know what your name is, but in, the way anymore from you receiving everything that's truly meant for you to fulfill you and make you happy. Does that make sense? Yeah. There's going to be a few like what the F moments, I think. Yeah, because the wheel can sometimes do that. But it's not like in a shocking way, like the tower, right? It's more or less like, huh? Right? That kind of thing. And it's like, I feel like the face that's coming to mind is, do you remember the movie Home Alone? Right? With Macaulay Culkin having his hands over his cheeks and his mouth like agape, like, right? That's the picture that I'm seeing right now. It's like that face, like, oh, whoa, okay. What's happening? But it's okay. Ride the wave, right? Ride the wave. It'll pass and it'll all start to make sense because the universe is opening you up to a fresh new start and beginning. And yeah, there are going to be some of those, whoa moments, but nothing that's going to hurt, harm, or, take you by surprise in a shocking way. Okay. Again, I often equate serendipity with the wheel. So it's those kind of events, okay? So let's grab a final oracle card with the Priestess of Light. I've been falling in love with this deck, by the way. So Priestess of Light, let's see if we can get a final oracle card for this full moon. Oh, look at that. Okay. I'll read directly from the book as well. So let's take a look. Whoa, telepathy, transmission, perception, communication. Okay. 22, master number 22, by the way. You also have 2 major arcana on the table. But let's see what this says. I think I got this in another reading. I think it was a pick a card. By the way, the wolf energy is very instinctual. Okay, and that is represented in this card. So it might be like an animal medicine message for you if you want to look into the wolf's message further. Could be a power animal for you. The wolf also challenges us to face our fears, okay, especially when you dream of one. So I think a lot of that is this too. I mentioned that, right? The conquering of fears and all that stuff so you can move forward via trust, surrender, intuition, and that knowing, even though, you know, there's a unknown world that lies ahead of you. But the feeling here is, how do I explain this? The reward is more enticing than any fear that you could have. Do you see what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense too. Like there's this feeling of wanting to face your fears because you want a better future or a fresh start more than, you know, you want to stay in that place that's, you know, again, you've fallen out of love with, or, you know, keep doing that same thing that you've fallen out of love with, or keep repeating those same patterns in your mindset. You know, it's like there's a desire for change here is what I'm feeling. We have, funny, you know, this moon card does have a wolf on it. Okay, it's our wild side. And then we have the wolf here too. So, okay, let's see what this says. All right. It says transmission, perception, communication. This card shows the priestess of the universal mind, the eternal voice, maybe the voice within, right? The light that rises from above her crown chakra opens the door to all of your spirit, okay? And consider we have a Queen of Cups on the table, and we also have the moon energy, which is super intuitive and also connected to spirit with the Queen of Cups, right? The orb encircling her heart center vibrates through infinity, opening the portal to immortal wisdom. There you go. She comes to tell you that you are right now capable of profound perception and telepathic communication. So you might be with this full moon also receiving major downloads. You've been endowed with this talent since the origins of divine consciousness at the beginning of time. So let yourself trust in that innate power. There you go. And I was saying Spirit is asking for you to trust yourself, your intuitive knowing, and the guidance that's given from within into this new journey, right? When you want to receive, all you need to do is stop, breathe, open up, and trust. There you go. Perfect. Confirming everything I said, right? The wolf's bright eyes peer straight into the heart of the spirit world. Unlike the wolf on card 21, who guides you on your personal path, this one creates a direct connection to the ethereal entities riding the waves of the energetic realm. Didn't I say riding the wave? I did say that exact phrase, riding the wave. And here it is. It says, the wolf's incredible instincts, acute senses, and extraordinary intelligence offer profound understanding of every aspect of the environment. You have this capacity as well. So this is basically, Spirit is asking you to tap into the wolf animal medicine, okay? Let's see, I lost my place. Practice tuning in to the helpful transmissions all around you, and you'll be amazed by spontaneous insights. This powerful card calls upon your incredible ability to reach out and communicate with the very elements of the earth. So Spirit's trying to talk to you, deliver messages to you through, okay, your surroundings. In addition to receiving transmission from the outer edges of the universe, from the spirit world and beyond. Okay, so let me read that again because I kind of lost my place. But it says, this powerful card calls upon your incredible ability to reach out and communicate with the very elements of the earth, in addition to receiving transmissions from the outer edges of the universe, from the spirit world and beyond. Okay, so that's basically the earthly realm, okay, our physical reality matrix, will deliver synchronicity and messages to us, whether they be in numbers and feathers, or, you know, a billboard or license plate. You know, the physical earthly realm has a way of delivering messages and communication to us. Likewise, so do the stars, our star family, our guides, our spirit team, right? It is your destiny and the destiny of humankind to evolve into this deep telepathic state, okay? And it also is giving me the vibe to it is your destiny and the destiny of humankind to evolve into this deep telepathic state where basically we're always in connection, right? All the time via this energy, right? We're not meant to just be like meat suits, okay? Or walk around like we are. We have powers a lot of us haven't fully even unlocked yet. And that's kind of this, that's what this is giving me vibes of. We are meant to evolve to a higher level of awareness and consciousness, which is always in alignment and union with everything around us. It's like the Akashic, right? Being able to tap into that at any given time, all day, every day. Do not think it is beyond you to do so, basically. Open up to the sleeping power, because it is a sleep. We got to wake up our DNA. We got to wake ourselves up, right, to our fullest path and potential. It says, open up to this sleeping power, and the universe will speak to you in more ways than you can friggin' imagine, basically. Affirmation: I am a receiver of universal power and information. The infinite, and I will say infinite and divine wisdom of the world always comes to me when I need it. Okay, because everything is a creation of divine intelligence. So are we. So are the plants, right? This energy is available to us all the time. It surrounds us. It's within us. Okay, above and below us. So yeah, let's go ahead and grab, I think this applies beautifully. So let's go ahead and grab the dice. If you're not familiar with my channel, what I do is I roll the dice for angel numbers. These angel numbers may confirm some things I've already said in this reading and or provide you with additional messages for your journey personally. I don't recommend a source to look up the numbers. I also don't give you the number interpretation. The reason for that is I want you to find your own magic. I want you to take the journey to researching the numbers for yourself. The reason for that is a lot of times the universe will put us on a path and take us down several rabbit holes to come across other synchronicity, serendipity, and nuggets that we need to confirm things along our journey. If I gave you a shortcut, I might rob you of that experience. I don't want that to happen. I know how important these nuggets of synchronicity and serendipity are. Likewise, please do not place the number interpretation in the comment section. We don't want to rob anyone else of that experience or taking that journey for themselves, okay? So I see it happen all the time. Please refrain from putting the number interpretation in the comment section, okay? So let's see what numbers come up for this full moon in Aries, October 20th, 2021. Wait a minute here. So we have 2 3s, which is a 6, 5, 6, 5, 8 is your angel number. 658. Go ahead and look up that number. See what it brings to you for this full moon message. See how it confirms the reading in some way and maybe delivers you additional messages that you need for your journey and your journey alone. So I'll leave you here, Star Family. Thank you for spending this time with me to watch this reading. I really appreciate your presence and all your support. If you feel that this reading has helped or connected for you, by all means, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. Click the little bell for notifications so you don't miss out on future content, because I upload pretty often. And if you ever want to take it a step further to support me and what I do beyond YouTube, check me out on Etsy. The link to my Etsy store is down in the description box. Pay me a visit. I have beautiful handmade crystal jewelry I make with my 2 hands on my free time. I also have powerful Tektite crystals like Moldavite and Libyan Desert Glass, and I also have personal readings and or also light language activation sessions there as well if you're interested. So pay me a visit. Happy full moon. Take care and keep shining.